What do I do exactly? Well, hold on. Let me get the salesman out of my voice. What do I do exactly? I work with manufacturers and I focus on the 5% so they can focus on the 95% of the business that they can use their genius to affect. Whether it's management, C-suite, or the machinists and the operators on the shop floor, you all have a very special skill set that makes your companies work. And if you're not focusing on that, your company's not going to continue to work and to grow and to really thrive. The 5%, what's that 5% I keep talking about? Well, in actuality, it's somewhere between 4 and 6. And it's when we're looking at your consumable goods. Those consumable goods, they're always advancing. Companies are always competing for new coding, new geometries, and everything else. And so I focus on learning what's actually working in machine shops, what's actually saving money, and coming here to make videos for all of you to benefit from, as well as going around to manufacturers to talk directly with them so they can see what's possible in their operations. And a real no BS approach, because BS doesn't help any of us. So when you're looking to form an agreement with someone in your supply chain like me, the easiest way to do this is to really have an understanding of what the budgets are, and that trust that just like you, the partner you're working with has margins to maintain, but so do you with all the customers you work with. And having an understanding on what that's going to look like and really getting clear on that is going to help empower you in that partnership to maintain there. One of the reasons I say to have an agreement of where the margins are going to be, it's not an uncommon practice in distributorship for competition to undercut someone by dropping the margins to win the business. And then after they push that person out of the company, they just put their margins up and past above where they used to be, or they match where the competition they just pushed out was. And it's a big waste of time. It doesn't actually utilize the value that the partners in your supply chain bring. And it's something you need to be aware of. There's so much more to a partnership than the price on a PO. And if that's your only distinguishing factor, you could end up working and partnering with people that really don't have your best interest at heart. They're just looking to push dollars. So knowing your supply chain and who you partner with really matters. It's just being honest about margins. Everybody working in business needs to maintain margins to keep the doors open, to keep employing people, to keep feeding families in the communities, to keep prospering in this economy. We all have to maintain margins, and working together is a great way to do that. When we talk about margins, it's not the sexiest conversation. I totally get that. But that's one of those realities where everybody in manufacturing, everybody in the world has certain margins to operate within, and working and partnering with multiple people in your supply chain and really getting transparent about what your goals are, whatever they are, whether you're looking at a 15, 20, 200 margin. I mean, obviously it depends on the industry that you're in, because, well, that margin is what lets us keep the doors open. It's what lets us pay employees. It's what lets us grow, right? It's that money that we make over top of our costs of operation. And the reality is that we all need to be mindful of that. Working with a partner to identify where you're at can also allow you to look at your jobs that you're currently running in manufacturing and say, hey, I really need to get this job margins improved so that I can pay for X, Y, Z. What can we do on the tooling? What have you seen in the industry for process refinement? And really start that conversation and have it strictly about the performance of the product on your shop floor. Not should I, shouldn't I? It's what makes sense, what's going to make the biggest difference. And when you can have open, honest conversations like that with people in your supply chain, your business is going to soar. Everybody's going to win. And who doesn't want a world like that? One where your spindles are turning and earning.